Welcome to my channel. So we're going to go ahead and make some rosebuds out of Hershey's Kisses. Going to start off with the supplies. I'll also have them listed in the description box. So you're going to need some type of stick. So I went and found some bamboo sticks, skewers at my local grocery store. Some red cellophane, which is preferred, but they are seasonal. There are a lot of clear ones out there. You can use that. Tissue paper, which is optional. I have both red and white. Your favorite type of Hershey's Kisses, some type of adhesive. I'm using these double-sided clear adhesive dots, some scissors, which I'm not going to show since I did them for prep work, as well as some floral tape, which I forgot to show. So what's great about these roses is they're great for Valentine's Day, but you can use them for all occasions, so anniversaries or upcoming in June, some graduations. What you're going to go ahead and do is put some adhesive on the bottom of the Hershey's Kisses and then adhere it to the bottom of another Hershey's Kisses, and that will make the rosebud. Then we're going to grab some red cellophane, and it's really, as I mentioned, the tissue paper is optional, but depending on what it is that you're doing. So I don't like it to be clear, so that's why I went ahead and grabbed the tissue paper. By the way, if I didn't give the size, the cellophane is cut to 5 by 5 and the tissue paper is 4.5 by 4.5. Now, as I mentioned, if you can't find the red cellophane, grab clear cellophane, and then you will actually need some red tissue paper. And so that way the roses will look red. So when I'm doing this, I'm showing it kind of slowly on how to do it. What you want to do is just kind of bend it down and then start twisting from the bottom. I generally try to keep all the flaps going the same way, so when I'm twisting them, it doesn't make a weird looking bump. After that, you want to go ahead and just grab your floral tape and start wrapping it around. If for some reason, if you've never worked with floral tape, it's super sticky and tacky. So when you get to the very end, you'll be able to actually just adhere itself back on itself to kind of seal it and not do anything else. And so I'm kind of showing you how to do this real time. It's pretty quick. I literally just kind of went pretty quickly, just checked to make sure everything was tight and kind of just kept rolling at an angle to make it roll down. If you missed one or it starts to get really lumpy or weird, the floral tape, you can always unwind it again and then redo it again. When you get to the very end, just grab some scissors. I just used my fingers, but afterwards, when I started making multiple rosebuds, I went ahead and actually used my scissors because my hands were getting too tacky. And that really completes it. Pretty simple, easy, quick. If you wanted to add leaves, here's a sample of one. I'm not going to show it, but basically what I did was stamped a leaf out, cut it out, and then made sure I did have a little bit of a bottom so I can adhere it, and that's it. So I'm going to make another rose one more time just to show you again, and this time I'm going to go ahead and use the white. So the white paper actually kind of makes it a little bit of a pinkish red. It's a subtle change, but it does add a little bit of dimension to it instead of it looking just straight red. So doing the same thing again, just making sure that my flaps are all going the same way, my folds. And with this, if you notice there's some weird bumps again, like see how that one has a little bit of weird bump, I went ahead and just kind of adjusted and fixed it. So I'm also going to add another leaf to this one just to kind of show. I actually got this leaf from one of my previous projects. I think it was a wreath I was making, and so I just pulled it off. I think what I found when I was doing it, the best way to go ahead and use the floral tape is to roll it going the way of the actual folds, the way you actually are twisting it. So you want to go all the way down till you find a point where you want to add the leaf. So I'm going to adhere it with the little faux stem that's on there, and so you just kind of twist it down and hide it, and that's it. And then I'm not going to show you all the way, but when we get to the very bottom, same thing again. Just want to rip it off. I actually use scissors and then just fold it back on itself, and it seals it. Just fluffing out that leaf, and that completes that. And I'm going to show you a side-by-side of what they look like, the pink and the red. So it's very subtle. The left one is the one that's just with the red tissue paper, and then the one on the right is with the pink, or sorry, the white tissue paper, which is a little bit pink. So if you want to get them out separately, you can go ahead if you have whatever tags you have. So I had this leftover tag from another project, so I went ahead and punched a hole in it, and then grabbed some baker's twine, and then I just tied a bow to it, and that's really it. And then you just of course want to write whatever sentiment you want to write. Maybe you want to add either a sticker, a heart sticker, or whatever else you want to add on it. And that would actually be cute just to give to, a friend, a coworker, whatever. But what I ended up doing with all of mine, I actually made a bunch, more than a dozen. I actually put them on a vase, and I may decide to either give it out, one by one, or I may decide to actually just give the actual vase out completely. So that basically finishes the project. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more from me, please subscribe. I'll catch you on the next video. Bye.